Hello everybody, I am Samuel15, the Dragon Teamer today, and welcome to Pokemon TCG Online Expanded Deck Monday. And for those of you who are for the first time watching my show on my channel, no, this is not. I'm not copying Puka because I've been doing this a little longer than Puka. I've been having Expanded Deck Monday for like the last 4 or 5, I think a month or two, the last month or two. So I've actually had Expanded Deck Monday before even Expanded was even an option for PTCGO. So don't accuse me of copying Puka. If anything, Puka copied me, but I'm pretty sure he's not even aware of it. So yeah. Oh well. Today we have a good old deck that I played a gazillion times before, and we're gonna play again, but only in the new format. For those who have never seen me play Blastoise before, or never seen this deck in general, the general idea for this deck is to use Deluge, get this big bad boy in play, get some water and energy into our attackers, and have fun with there. Our main attacker will be Black Reshiram with his attack. Black Ballista hits for 200 damage. That's pretty decent. That's probably a really good attack. And no, that is a really good attack. You Deluge 3 water, attach a lightning per turn, and that will. By the way, you can actually attach per turn, and Deluge use the Blastoise ability. Though if you can do both, I would suggest you doing one or the other first and not trying to confuse yourself. I've done that to me on PTCGO many times before. Some people have actually asked me when I attach per turn and then I deluge. My opponents say, "Oh, how did you do that?" They don't even know that you can attach per turn and deluge at the same time. Some people don't know that, so that's why I'm clearing that up. And that's our main attacker. We have a few supporting cast. The biggest supporting cast member is Keldeo. Keldeo is here to get rid of the little stuff, like the 130, the 150 HP Pokemon. We can just say lose 50, anywhere between 3 to 5 energy, and just rush in, Sacred Sword, knock it out. It's also pretty good at getting out of sticky situations, so that's what Keldeo is here for too. Keldeo also has a really nice ability, rush in. Have you seen this? You've seen Keldeo in many decks before without actually attacking. This is the actual one deck that Keldeo pretty much attacks in. You rush in and attack. Keldeo's a pretty good, solid attack in this deck. He used to run 3, but instead of running 3, we're running in Mewtwo. And Mewtwo's pretty good in this deck too. Mewtwo is really here to deal with other Mewtwo, to be perfectly honest, and Yveltal. Though Black Kieran pretty much deals with Yveltal on his own. Well, in case you have like a big, huge Yveltal active, if your opponent has a big, huge Yveltal active, you can just send up a Mewtwo and save your Black Kieran for another day. Mewtwo is a pretty good attacker. Another attacker we have in the deck, though it's basically made for the mirror match. I still keep it in the deck because hitting for 100 damage for 4 energy is a little expensive, but you know it's not too bad, honestly. You know. You can just get some other little stuff without having to use your Keldeo. And it's also nice for the mirror match. You really don't, or like Radials. If you run Radials, you can just hit their Rayquaza for 200 damage and don't risk getting a knockout. It's nice for the prize exchange. And then we have Electrode. Electrode's basically a mini Beach. That's really what he is. He's there to be on the bench for support. During the middle late game, you can get in, and sometimes you don't really want to spend a whole entire turn using Tropical Beach, or you may not even have Tropical Beach yet. So that's what Electrode's here for. I've seen you play a 2-2 line here just so you can get it out. What this deck gains being at the expanded format is Level Ball and Tropical Beach, which this deck kind of sorely misses. So, Level Ball gets your 90 HP Pokemon. I play 6 of them. Let's see. 4 Squirtle, 2 Wartortle, and 1 Electrode line. Now, some people might be going, why are you playing 2 Wartortle? Because Seismitoad's a thing. And I find Wartortle really helps with the consistency. It really does. It's really nice. Since playing 2 Wartortle, I've been seeing myself use Rare Candy less and less. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes I do kind of go, where's my Rare Candy? Or actually, or where's my Blastoise? I need to get that thing in play. Sometimes I do, but for the most part, not really. You know, sometimes it's just really nice manually powering up a Blastoise, and in this format, you can kind of afford to like get your Blastoise up by turn 3. You know, it's pretty nice. This deck can go as soon as turn 2, but sometimes you may not need to go turn 2. Sometimes you can just take a step back and, you know, we play 2 Wartortle, 2 Rare Candy. We have options there. We have we have Megaphone to get rid of stuff, Water to get energy, Spirit Energy, which is a huge key in this deck. We play 4 to get back all our Water energy, and like Lightning Energy 2, so power up another Black Kyurem, or maybe Baby BK or whatever. The things that this deck actually gains, we also play all 3 Ultra Ball, and it's pretty nice. Things that this deck gains by being the expanded format really doesn't gain much. All it really gains is Zero Sick, which is actually kind of nice for the Seismitoad. And it also gets VS Seeker, which is also kind of nice. You really don't need these things in the deck, so you can pretty much just run without these things. Basically, you could pretty much play Blastoise as you did last format, though I really do recommend playing a Zero Sick. But that's just my personal opinion. Both Zero Sick and V-Sick are pretty nice, so I still play 2 Lysander because I just love Lysander so much in this deck. Just being able to go, I want that fresh EX on the bench. Just bring it up and just knocking it out, it's just so satisfying. I also like it because that way your opponent may have like a fresh Seismitoad on the bench, and like the way you can maybe knock it out or has something else being powered up, you can knock it out to prevent them coming out with a comeback. So that's what this Lysander for, is to prevent comebacks on your opponent's side. And just maybe you can get like 2 or 3 black Ballistas in a row, which is really hard. Which, if you're doing 3 black Ballistas in a row, you're probably going to win the game. Unless you're facing an Employeon deck, and then in that case, good luck. I was facing an Employeon deck, and I swear, I kid you not, I had a Black Ballista 4 times in a row. Like, well, I had my Kelly's were gone, my Mewtwo was surprised, I was just kind of screwed. So I just had it Black Ballista 4 freaking times, just to not get a knockout. It was ridiculous. But that is fine. You know, this is a really good deck to play in a League Challenge, I believe. You know, you're probably not going to win it, but you're probably going to do very well with it. I don't think you should be playing this deck at if you top 32. For regionals, I don't think you should be playing this deck. You could, though I recommend you playing something a little bit more faster or a little bit more consistent. The Elite Challenge is a really good deck to play, because a lot of gimmick decks do really well at Elite Challenges, I've noticed. And there's not to be serious decks, like, they don't do well. Like, Donphan does amazing at Elite Challenges, and Virizion Genesect, I've noticed, doesn't really do well, unless it's like you tech correctly for what people are playing that day. Which is why I like Virizion Genesect so much, because you can tech for like pretty much anything, really, if you really wanted to. But anyway, I'm just rambling at this point, so you guys are gonna come here to hear me ramble. You came here to see me play Pokemon, and we've taken a lot of our time talking about this deck when we really shouldn't be talking about this deck. Especially since you guys probably seen me play this a million times before. So, of course, is not standard. Save. Alright, that took me way too long. Sorry about that. It's cool. It's longer than I usually do. I usually take like 6 minutes, 6, 7 minutes. But oh well, it's 1 more minute longer. You guys aren't gonna die, are you? Hopefully. No, wrong thing. This is what I'll play. Blastoise expanded. Now, I do think this is a very competitive deck still. It's not as competitive as it used to be. Last year was really competitive, won several states, won regionals. Just so good. Never won a Worlds. It didn't really do too well at Nationals. The reason why I didn't do well at the Nationals, I guess because Judagon just basically said, yeah, you're dead, Blastoise. That's really what was kind of the thing that would kind of hurt it a lot. But the real nail of the coffin, I believe, was to me the real nail of the coffin was the format change in both both not rare candy, level ball, and tropical beach being rotated down. And I draw into nothing, believe it or not. And this actually really freaking scares me. I'm gonna attach return, so maybe I can get something. I don't know. I'm really scared right now. My opponent can easily attach a Muscle Band, get another thing down. That's it. I'm done. My opponent just needs to get another. Please don't do it. I want to play. I want. Yeah, I don't want my opponent to end it already. I want to play. My opponent does have the option of ending it now, I guess, because 40. Opponent would need like another Muscle Band or Deoxys to knock me up, but I'm still alive. Yay. Okay, that's good. I'm awake. However, if I don't get a Pokemon, that's it. That's game. That's alright. That's wow. I think I should have Skylit for a Pokemon, but I thought maybe I could get a Pokemon and a beach. This deck normally isn't too consistent. I mean, in terms of consistency, it's not horrible, but when shenanigans like that happen, there's nothing really you can do about it. For the most part, I would recommend you Skylit instead of that. Do as I say, not as I do. Alright. So maybe you can actually get a real competitive game, not a game where I just get donked. My opponent seems to be playing Great Eels. This actually may be good. Hopefully my opponent is playing Great Eels. I have no basics in hand. I have no basics in hand. I have no basics in hand. I have basics in hand. Alright, that's good. Now some of you might be wondering, why don't you play Fan Club? Because Fan Club, I just don't like Fan Club and Blastoise. I really don't. And especially when you can just use Level Ball. Doesn't really need it. Doesn't really need Fan Club too much. All you need to do is get a single Squirtle in your business. So that's why I got a single Squirtle and I'm in business. I will put down. I feel like attaching a water here is the best play, so I'm going to do that. And I have nothing in my hand, so I'm going to hope my opponent has something to go with, maybe an N of his own. Hopefully. Yeah, my opponent's like, you have the same deck as the World Championship. Not card for card. This deck, but this deck did top 4 2013. This deck was played by Brandon Smiley. I think no, not Brandon Smiley. James Good, I believe his name was. James Good. Good guy, James Good. Good guy. Once my opponent does not have another thing, otherwise I'm just gonna be kind of screwed. I don't really think I'll need Black Kyurem in this matchup. I thought my opponent was maybe playing Radiant Eels, but my opponent seems to be playing Pyroar. Or Pyroar. Reshiram. Or Reshiram. Whatever you want to call it. My opponent's be playing something like that. Opponent just manually attaches onto the Reshiram and passes. Put down another Keldeo, evolve my Blastoise. I'm gonna let this Keldeo take some damage for now. I don't mind it taking some damage. On my turn, I don't think Black Karen will be too useful in this matchup. My opponent could pull it down to Charizard. In that case, my Black Karen might become a little useful, so I don't have to use a Keldeo. But for the most part, I think Keldeo is just gonna Secret Sword everything to death. That's what I think is going to happen. My opponent decides to not sacrifice the Reshiram and decides to put more Pyroar into play. Put down my Mewtwo. I deluge onto a Keldeo, and I rush in. And I Secret Sword here. And hope my opponent does not get a freaking Pyroar into play. That will not be good for me. I do not want my opponent getting a Pyroar. Now, I do feel a little nervous putting down Mewtwo, but I have faith Mewtwo will do good somewhere later. And hits me for 120. I have an option. My option is I have a few options, but I feel like the good option here is to get that one up, make it hard for my opponent to respond, because my opponent does have another Fire Energy in hand. So that was the correct play on my part, I believe. My opponent just has to pass. I really don't like those Pyroar right there. They really make me nervous. I just want to get rid of this Pyroar right now as soon as I can. So right now I'm just taking prizes. And that's real nice. I used 2 Lysander back to back. That does for my opponent a little bit, but not too much. My opponent's just probably hoping to stall me. My opponent gets rid of an energy. My opponent is kind of dead drawing here, so I'm just kind of running through my opponent with my great big Secret Sword. Innuendo intended. For those who do not know what that meant, that joke was not for you. I'm just really just blowing through my opponent here. Opponent uses Ultra Ball. Okay, now the Pyroar will stall for a while. The Pyroar will stall. What do I do here? Let's see. I'm just going to Secret Sword. There's not much thinking that needs to be evolved. I just Secret Sword to death. My opponent can do something. Hopefully that thing wasn't N. No, it wasn't. That's game. GG. Retreat. Retreat. 10 per turn. Get rid of that N. And Tropical Beach. Actually, I don't even need to attach any water energy technically, because like it's doing enough on its own. But this would be knocking on a Blastoise and a Charizard, so I beat Pyroar Reshiram, which my opponent was dead drawing, so my opponent really didn't have much of a chance. Plus, those 2 Lysander just kind of really didn't hurt him too much because it really wouldn't have mattered, since my opponent was just epically dead drawing. But I believe I did make the right play, just getting rid of the right stuff when I needed to. I got rid of the Reshiram on the bench that was kind of looking a little threatening. So, yeah, I beat cynodondactylon. I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. But, oh well. Thank you everybody for watching today's video. Please like, subscribe, and all that silly stuff. And I'll see you guys next time.